Champs! What's up? Oh, we got a show today. Let's go, let's go. Guys, what's up? Ladies, welcome to the show. Every week, Sunday night, 7 p.m., Mr. Poseidon. Always a guest and always a giveaway. Let's go, let's go. What's going on, everybody? Chris Gannon, what's up, bud? Getting ready for retirement in September. Coming down by you soon, buddy. That's right. Somewhere down there. Like to talk about a few of our friends. Waiting for my wife to do the right thing for once. Yeah, get the mic.
Hello.
Yeah. There you go. So, I want to talk about our friends. Why don't you talk about them, honey?
No, you wanted to mention. Well, first of all, we went to a wedding, and who did you see?
Yeah, first of all, let's talk about Chris and Teresa. We were down in Florida a few weeks ago, and I'd like to say a few words to them. Great time with you guys. Thanks for inviting us over your home, beautiful home. We had fun at the Tiki Bar in the back, especially the birds that we thought that weren't real. What a fun time.
Teresa and Chris, yay.
We could have wished we stayed more, but thank you so much for you guys and your company. Hopefully we'll be down soon enough and we'll do some more hanging out. Let's go, let's go. Also, went to a wedding on Friday. In that wedding was kind of funny because it's a small world. Who did I meet? I met one of my subscribers and followers, Edwin Rivera, who was also at the wedding. It was my buddy and his wife, Joe and Sue. Congratulations to your whole family. Congratulations to your daughter that got married. I mean, what a wedding, what a time. That's all I got to say. The food was absolutely magnificent. The cocktail hour was even better. I mean, the whole wedding was absolutely grand. The actual hall that we were in, I don't know, what you have, like 30-foot ceilings. It was absolutely beautiful. What a time. DJ was great, right?
Yeah, we danced, we ate, we drank. Saw
That's
old friends.
Yeah, we did. We saw some old friends, Frankie and also Steve Fucil and his wife. Frankie and his wife was just a great time. These are guys that I grew up with. I played hockey with. I played hockey a lot of years when I was younger. But also fishing. Let's not forget fishing. They know I was always a fisherman. But we want to say thank you to Joe and Sue. What a great wedding. I wish we can do it again. We will, because you got more kids on the line next. So, and we can't wait for those also. Thank you for inviting us. Thank you. Congratulations to your lovely daughter and her husband. And thanks for that great time. Just having friends, there isn't anything better than friends. Chris Gannon out there, my buddy who I grew up with back in the days, always is on my show. Always the first one on. Thank you, Chris. God bless you and your family. Hopefully we'll get down to you guys soon enough. Cosmic Lures. I got your box around somewhere. I told my wife today. We got the box somewhere over here. I got to find it. I put it away over here, but it's somewhere. I can't find anything in this place. Anyhow, thank you to Cosmic Lures. She made a nice little donation. We'll be giving away her Tide Flies, personally flied Tide Flies. Thank you so much for that, Cosmic. It's great to have good friends also on here. Joe Albanese, the president of the Hudson River Fishermen's Association. Joe, it's on fire. I'll be fishing all week this week. I have off starting tomorrow morning, which I can't wait for. I also am going to be entering your derby, that's for sure. Should have entered it with the fish that I never enter. Got a 41-inch. Yeah, I got a 41-inch, 32-pound on the river this week.
Amazing.
That was like, it is amazing when you fish so hard uh, over the years at the river, and you see other people catching. I did write she was a mama. She was not a mama.
Oh.
That is what we call a giant male. Was males don't just grow to a certain size. They get big too, but this was definitely a giant male. If it was a female, you would add it at least another 5 to 7 pounds on that. Remember, these females, the bigger ones, they can hold up to 4 million plus eggs in them. 4 million. That's a lot of eggs, and you need the stomach. The stomach would have been pounding on it, and that fish would have been closer to the 37 pound, 38 pound range. But it wasn't. It was a male, great big male that was, and great fish. I was proud to catch that. Immediately put back into the river. The males are feisty little animals. They usually, the first ones up the river, they're setting up. It's a great time right now to be fishing in any part of the river. There's fish all over. My main thing is bloodworms, which I go off of Piedmont. This week I'll be scouting in higher areas in the river as the fish make their way upward. I mean, these fish, they could do a lot of miles over one night. A striped bass can easily cover 30, 40 miles, no problem. Just remember that. And more on the way out when they're zooming out of the rivers. They cover a lot of ground. Also, I want to say to Bloodline Fishing Adventures, yeah, it does look bigger than 41, but it isn't. I wanted to make it bigger, but 41 was the size. That was it.
It's an optical illusion.
You had 2 great fish, and happy Easter. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I'll be there this week again fishing. Anybody wants to come down, let me know. Just make sure you pick up your passes at the police station in Piedmont town. Can't miss it. Put it in your Insta or whatever you're going to put it into, your Navi, and get on over. Get those passes for the day. I think they're $25, and go fishing with no problem all day. Just have your regular New York, New York State, what's that called?
What's that?
Recreational.
The DEC, Marine Registry.
There you go,
permit.
Marine Registry permit. So just make sure you got that, and you're all
That's
set
free.
to go. There it is, randomly buying casting. Perth Amboy, South Amboy, Lawrence Harbor, New Jersey is on fire. Those fish are coming out, man. They're coming out of the Raritan and everything, and they're getting those fish big time. Let's go. Anyone with a chunk bloodworm at the end of their hook is catching them, no doubt about it. John Francisconi, the sheriff, is back in town.
Hi,
Chris Cannon,
John.
let me know where you are considering in Florida. We will, Chris. We will, because the house here we're going to be putting up very soon, and hopefully we'll be heading on down. So I will be getting in touch with you guys. Please text me, man. I don't even think I have your, do we have Chris's number? We always try and we don't. Chris, text me your number so I can have it and I can get in touch with you. All right, very good. Other than that, we got a great guest on today. Today we got, honey, you want to name the guest today?
We have Rick.
Yep.
Greenhead Bates.
There he is, Rick Greenhead Bates. Great guy. I realized him last year. He came in as a sponsor. He sponsored me with a good amount of lures, which is a really, really nice thing to do. Now, the thing that got me with these lures, I want to tell you guys, is the packaging. I like the packaging, and I'm going to show you that before I introduce Rick on. So if you look on down here, the packaging is really nice because you can actually touch the lure. Not that that's going to change your mind in buying a lure, but yeah, here where it says Greenhead Baits, I don't know if you guys can see it very good. This is not just written on here. It's almost inscribed inside the product that they use to make these lures. Also, they have the covers nicely on them, since the lure is going to be outside like that. And you have your single hook in the back also with a protector on there. But look at the lure, how he made it. It's nice on the packaging. When you see this hanging, you don't have a plastic in your way. You're actually seeing the lure, and I like this. I really I liked the packaging that he had him in. He also has smaller models in these glider types. He has what's called a P nut. That's a actual P dash nut. And this one right here that I'm holding is a 1 ounce. Same thing here. We got another 1 ounce P nut. And the original that I was holding up, it looks like it's called the Juvie 133 slow sinking glider 2 ounce. All right, so let's get on over and let's meet Rick. Rick, welcome to the show, buddy. What's up?
Hey, how are you?
Great, man. The audience is really going off tonight, let me tell you. But other than that, how you doing, Rick? What's going on, pal?
Good, man. Just hanging out, finishing some lure building up, and enjoying the weather down here in Jersey.
Yeah. I love your background behind you there. The green head bait's awesome, man. I love it.
Thank you.
I know we made a patch also, which we're going to have you in it also, if I can get that. Here it is. Perfect. So on the overhead, I'll put it on the overhead so the guys can see clearly. So he's a sponsor on the jacket, guys, and I got to show you. So these patches are really cool.
Ooh,
This is nice because the part that pops up is the green head. You know these flies, guys. When they land on you and you see that green head, there's a problem. Well, there's going to be a vicious problem very soon. But I love the actual green head patch we had made, and that'll be on the jacket. And I want to say straight to you, Rick, before we even start, thank you very much for being one of the sponsors. You'll be on both of the jackets. We're going to put you on Montauk and the New Jersey, which we have. I just came back. I got a special to set these patches. I need a special type of glue, which I set it, and then it goes out to the tailor, and he does his sewing on by them. So I finally had that come in. We're expecting the final 2 patches to come in this week, and I'll be laying them down, and the boys will have their jackets within a few weeks, which I can't wait for that. But going back to you, I consider you pretty new into the circuit, even though I know you have many years under your belt, but I only got to meet you recently. So before this whole thing got started, you must have been a fisherman. How did it all start, buddy? Tell me.
Yeah, fisherman. My grandpa fished Long Island a lot, surf fisherman. Then kind of skipped a generation with my dad, and then I got into it. Mostly freshwater when I was younger. I wasn't living near like the ocean or anything. And yeah, kind of moved back over by the bay and ocean here and circled back to it. And yeah, got into tinkering with plugs, kind of modifying other existing things. And
so hold on. Before you talk about tinkering and getting into other products, so we heard how you got into it. It was basically through your grandfather, skipped a generation, and your dad wasn't really into the fishing. So when you got into fishing, it was through your grandpa, I'm pretty sure, correct?
Yeah. My grandpa was a big surf fisherman, kind of did some boat stuff up in New York. And yeah, I didn't get to go a lot with him. I was like younger when he passed away, but
sure,
I kind of lived the legacy out, and
there you go.
Start again. Yeah,
absolutely. Bring back the fishing into the family. But anyhow, I don't think when there always is somebody who really is passionate about the fishing in the family, there always is somebody there to pass on the legacy of fishing. Doesn't have to be the best surf fisherman or boat fisherman in the world, but just in the family, knowing that it's still going. I guarantee a lot of people talk about your grandpa to you because of that. But okay, so you got into the fishing, you got it. What made you in the heck say, hey man, I'm gonna join all these other 1,000 plug makers out there, and I'm gonna make greenhead baits? How did this start? Where did this come from?
Yeah, I never had the intention of making a company per se or selling them even. I just, like I started saying, was tinkering, kind of modifying other plugs, filing lips down on bombers and stuff and loading them and trying to make things just work a little differently than they were. And it slowly progressed into just kind of trying to build my own thing, having some failures along the way. And then, yeah, slowly after I made a bunch of them. You get friends interested in them, and then
Yes.
people telling you to start selling them, and then so kind of snowballed into slinging a few at the beach while I'm fishing or out of the back of my truck into doing some shows and then some tackle shops carrying them. And
Of course, when you're making a good product, and especially one that catches. So I didn't know your product, and you came to me and you said, I'd like to help you out. I'd like to donate, maybe become a sponsor. So what did I tell you that first time? Hang out, and I made a few calls. Not that I'm somebody professional is going to get under you and find out what you exactly have done for your first job in your life, but you find out about you, and it's like, no, the guy's decent, makes great plugs. A lot of people do catch with your stuff. I seen him posted, especially recently, and I like your stuff. I like when you sent it to me, how it was, and the packaging, which you already talked about. I love your packaging, bro. I love how you can actually touch it, and I know that this package costs more because you have, protection devices on the hooks, and all that costs money, but thank you for that. That's really, I think that's the coolest thing. I love it. I know that your product catches. Tonight, what I want to say is we're going to give away 2 of these plugs to one special guy, and the other one, I'm definitely going to keep one. So I'm going to keep this white one. It'll be between the pink and the blue. For you guys know I don't keep anything, but these guys do so much for me. I want to use their product, and if they're the lucky ones and I get to catch a fish on it, I'll always sponsor that and talk about that. But let's get back to the plug. So what did you start with? Was it gliders like I'm showing everybody right now? Where did this go ahead?
No, actually, the first thing I made for a while is making these like an alternative to a bucktail trailer instead of like the Uncle Josh's pork rind.
Okay.
So I was making like little strip trailers, and that was the first thing I actually sold. The whole time I was still building plugs, but just for fun at that point, and I didn't really have any goal to start selling anything. But yeah, the bucktail trailers, that was kind of the first thing I sold, and then the that small peanut glider would be the first official like hard body lure that I made.
Nice.
And started.
Yeah, so I like using peanut bunker. Also, I don't know if you know, I mention everybody who makes good stuff. So, and I've been with Tony from Antagonizer Laws. I know you probably know him. He makes a great peanut bunker like you also. I love his stuff. I love using smaller stuff on the shores of New Jersey in the fall. They got big time peanut bunker runs over there, and this small stuff like I'm showing right now, I'll show you guys this blue one right here. This will kill them. This is a great imitation right there. I think that'll do really good with the smaller peanut bunker. You will land the fish. And all the guys that believe that bigger bait catch bigger fish, you're right, they do. But I will tell you this, that the smaller bait catches more fish. And in those small fish, you're always luckier to get a bigger fish. So in all, I love using giant baits, and I love using peanut bunker stuff just like this, just what I'm showing you right now, which is called the peanut. This is a 1 ounce, looks like a 3.62 inch lure. You got a single hook in the back and a treble hook right under the eye area, belly area. This is good stuff. So you also, obviously, you go fishing. So you catch stuff with your lures, tell me.
Yeah,
You better catch stuff.
Yeah, that's the goal. So, yeah, striper fishing a lot. That's mostly what the gliders are for. I'm just kind of, I get out for tuna, not a lot, but I'll throw them at some yellowfin every now and then. Do a ton of fluke fishing, but
okay,
different stuff.
Yeah, you get a little deeper diver, and I know you have one here. It says slow sink right here. Get him a little lower, and you'll get a nice little fluke bash in that one also.
Yeah, you get that early season fluke bite in the bays back here where they're hanging out in the like 3-4 foot of water. You can get them on there.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure.
That's right. Good stuff. I love hearing this stuff, and every time I hear glider, I don't know if you ever heard me talk about Charlie. That's Charlie the Wolf of Rhode Island. Really a great, great fisherman. He's going down as a legend there forever. One of the youngest and best surf fishermen that I have ever met, if not the best. He knew the fish. He knew his area very well. And he also was a captain on a boat, which he took out daily, and he caught fish. He just knew those fish in and out and where they were and where to chase them and eventually find them. He was excellent at that game there. And whenever we mention gliders like we are today, I like to talk about Charlie. Charlie, he first introduced me. I had gliders, but he taught me how to use them better. There is a special technique. Look, everybody has a technique, but Charlie showed me his, and I always follow it. He was more of a floater rather than a guy that would just constantly work the bait. And he's caught a lot of fish. He knew what he was doing, and I always have to compliment him. Charlie, rest in peace, my brother. You were a great man. His sister carries his legacy all the time also. She's always on my show, and I always promised I'll carry it also. And especially today, we're here with Rick from Greenhead Baits. We're talking about gliders here, and that's why we're bringing it up. Go ahead, honey.
So Very Fishy has a question here that maybe Rick, talk about how do you want your plugs fished? What technique?
So they're made for a shallower area, not that you can't fish it in deep. I throw them in the ocean, I'll throw them in the boat. But that being said, I fish stuff a lot slower than maybe not everyone, but more people. So sometimes if I could find a current, especially like a nice mellow current, sometimes I'll just let it kind of swing, almost like I'm fishing like, real light bucktail or a plastic, like just throw it out there, a couple half cranks, let the current do its thing, and that's pretty effective. But the plug works just on like a slow, if you just keep a slow roll retrieve, it'll kind of do like a nice little wandering zigzag. And I like to just kind of break it up. I'll pause it, give it a little, either a hard crank or a twitch, and just kind of let it get a little more erratic, and then pause for a minute and just kind of, I don't know. I just always try to make it look kind of sick or something, like you in your head when you're bringing it in, you're just kind of like playing with the pattern. Like maybe I'll swim it steady, and then I'll just kind of break it up a little bit and make the thing look like it's injured or has an issue. And that seems to trigger a bite a lot of the time.
I'm getting another question, and this one's coming from Eddie Bucktails. Eddie, I had a great time with you at the wedding. It was great to see you there. It's nice to finally meet one of the people that you fish with, and you're not wearing waders. It's another experience. You're looking at each other like you don't even know each other. But it was great, Eddie. I'm glad. I hope we meet at more weddings, my brother. Going back to the question, Eddie, he's asking, do the gliders swim well with a flag instead of a single hook? Can you tell us that?
Depending how big you do the flag. So if it's a little bit lighter and on the smaller side, yeah, it works pretty well.
There you go.
Anything, if you get a little too big or heavy with it, it kind of deadens it out, and you'll have to work the plug a little bit harder to get it to swim how you want. But
there you go. So you know your plugs right there. I like to hear
I like
that.
the flags that have like the hackle on the back. Like some of them will just be, instead of like all the bucktail, it'll be like sparser bucktail and like maybe two pieces of that like saddle hackle. That stuff's pretty light, and it doesn't seem to affect like the drag on it, so it swims pretty good with those still. Something you just got to play around with too.
Pretty cool, man. So the hooks that you have on, can you tell us a little bit about the hooks? I'm into the hooks so much because I've caught plenty of fish with the actual standard hook that comes with whatever plug who's ever making. I'm not going to start mentioning names, and I had on that hook, and it should have been that hook. I lost the fish, but I've lost a few fish. And when I say a few fish, it's a few fish, two fish, and they both were the issue of the plug hooks where both of them were completely bent. So what are you using on your product?
Those come with the 4X VMC hook for the treble. The back is also the 4X, like single inline. And I won't say I put them on there because they're my favorite hook or anything. I think they're just like a pretty good hook. And, when you're trying to sell a lot of plugs, you can't afford to put a $3 piece like Owner or BKK on there or something like that. So
You know what?
it's like a fairly, it's fairly decent hook for
You
what it is.
You couldn't have said that any better, because I was trying to, as soon as you said 4 times, I was trying to say, well, they're not a bad hook, that's for sure, but they're not the best hook, that's for sure. So you did say that correct. They are a decent hook to have on there if you're going to catch a big fish. Sure, if I had on the 2 times versus 4 times, I'm definitely going to want that hook on there. I've never bent a hook on a 4 times, let's be honest. The 2 hooks that were both bent were both 2 times, and I don't even want to mention the brand, but it is what it is. And I know that a 4 times is not a bad hook. You're doing the right thing. I like to say hello to some people right before you say anything. We'll continue that topic on the hook. Bronx Surfcaster, BX Surfcaster, my brother Oscar out there, who is a moderator. Oscar's moderator. He's a awesome guy, awesome friend of mine. He also helps me out with the challenge along with Bruce Bain on a yearly basis. And also I want to say, bring that up, is about the, where's my glasses on that you said that they were here?
Oh, right here.
Oh, thank you so much. Jesus, what would I do without my wife and glasses? But before that, cheers, everybody. So, with the challenges, let's play a little music. Gets a little boring sometimes, especially having such a great guest on like Rick. We got to really impress here, you know what I mean? I mean, this is not just anything we're talking about. We're talking about Greenhead Baits, baby. He's on my show. We're discussing his awesome. Let's take a look at that before I even say, look at these awesome baits. These are awesome. The white one's mine. I'm not greedy. I just never have kept anything. Well, I'm keeping this, and I'll be starting to go fishing with this in quite a few weeks when I'm out of the rivers. But tonight, one lucky winner's going to get the red one, and if he wanted the blue one, well, he's going to get that one with it. So there's no problems here. One winner tonight. Thank you so much to my man, Rick. Thank you for that sponsorship.
Yeah, thank you for having me on. No problem.
No. You deserve it. You make a good product. Let's talk about, there it is right here. Let's get it on the overhead. I like the overhead shit. You know what I'm talking about? Look at this. Watch this, guys. Watch the magic. One of these days it'll get, there it is. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Look, and if I turn it to the side, look at that. Look how it pops. And the green head part on the fly pops. And it has a real stinger on there. So don't get your finger too close to this jacket. Careful, all right? Let's leave that right there. Thank you, Greenhead. Thank you, Rick. So let's get back to what I wanted to say. I always go off the topic a little bit. It's my style. The Montauk Striper Challenge. Guys, the tournament is going to be huge this year. I am astonished at how many people have joined already. You better get in quick. Top 100 are going to be battling for the Van stalls, 2 of them in there, X2 Series reels, and 2 7-inch titanium pliers in that. Prizes in Montauk. This is ridiculous. I even looking at it now and still. So the contest is happening the 15th, 16th, and 17th this year of October, and the prizes start at $5,000. 35, 25, 2015 for 5th, but that part's been changed. No, it hasn't. That's what it is. 6th through 10th, $1,250, $1,200, $1,150, $1,100, and $1,000 for 10th place. People say, how do you do this, Mr. Poseidon? Let me tell you, my pockets have a little extra cash. That's how I'm doing it. That's not a joke. 11th through 15th, we got 5 Van stalls, X2 Series reels. Great stuff. You need a Van stall. That's the place to win one. Remember, 11 through 15 on that one. $950 reels. Let's talk about it. Let's get real. 16 through 25. 16 through 20. 750, 700, 650, 600, and 550 for 20th place. Come on. Are you kidding me? 21 through 25 is 543, 2N, $100 to the 25th placed winner. Thank goodness we have the longest and most accurate cast this year. $2,000 for the most accurate, $2,000 for the longest, and $1,000 to the winner of the most accurate, both receiving actual trophies. We also going to do the ladies' treasure hunt. We do that yearly. That's for the women that don't fish, because we also have a ladies and men's division in that longest and most accurate. And then we have the finale Saturday night, which is the awards party. I like to say hello to my mother. My mother's out there. Mom, how you doing, Mom? Ticanis. 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 You know what ticanis means, guys? How you doing? That's what it means. That's exactly what it means. You can all go and register at Mr. Poseidon Official. We're also doing the New Jersey Challenge. I'm going to run that ride really quick. That's also up. This is the second annual in New Jersey. The Montauk is the sixth annual. November 12th, 13th, and 14th. 5, 35, 25, 15,000 for 5th. 6th through 10th, we have 5 van stalls again, but no cash prizes there. It's still bigger in Montauk. 11th through 20th, 750 down to 400 for 15th. Not bad. And 16th through 20th, 353, 250, 200, and $100 for 20th place. Longest and most accurate cast, men's and women's division in that also. And we also going to do an awards party where everybody gets a drink and an appetizer on the house. Not on the house, it's what you paid for in your ticket. Guys, thank you so much for coming to the show. We're having a great show so far. We're here with Rick from Greenhead Baits. Let's go, let's go. Rick, what's going on, buddy? We're here at midtime right now. We're back.
We have
How's it
another
going?
question. We have
Rick,
another question from Joe.
I don't care how I'm doing, all right? I want to know how you're doing. No, I'm kidding. Kidding. Let's go to that question. Go ahead,
So
honey.
we have Joe Albanese. He's asking Rick about through wire construction, type of hooks, and do any shops carry your lures?
Before you say anything, the type of hooks, we were just talking about that. 4X, and that's VMC. I don't want to waste Rick times here. He looks like he's already pissed at me right now, so I want to keep this going as good as we can get it to go. Rick, back to you. You heard the question. Through wire construction. Type of hooks, we already said. Do any shops carry your lures? Go, Rick. You're on!
Yep. So they are through wired, but not just through wired. It's actually a stainless steel laser cut plate that runs through the entire body. On all the resin ones I make are cast with that in the inside, and the ABS gliders are also have. Let me see. So there's actually. Let me see if I could get it. It's like an internal of it. So there's a
nice.
full metal. Yeah. So
Bring that up to the camera a little closer, buddy.
Yeah. So here, this is.
Beauty.
See, there we go. It's a full one-piece plate that runs through this entire body. So there is no like connection that can break or come apart. There's no like some of the wires are just twisted. It's actually one solid piece.
Nice, and it looks like I can bring that camping with me and use that as a fork when I'm eating. This is great.
That's right. Yep. It's
There
like
you
the
go.
Swiss Army knife of plugs. Yep.
Love it. Rick, sounds like a good deal. And I know what you're showing here. You're showing that it's one solid piece, which is basically what you want when something is pulling on two ends. And that's the important part. How is the thickness on there? Is it thick? Do you have a number there that you use?
It's the same gauge as most of the wire that plugs are using. So it's like it's 0.06 gauge or thickness.
Gotcha.
It's pretty much, that's like the standard kind of wire size for most plugs. You can get a little bit thicker, but that's what this one. Even the smallest peanut lure I make is built the same way. So,
Of course.
yeah. What's that?
I said, of course, you got to have it, buddy, because you never know when that big fish is going to hit. And if you
That's
put
right.
it together with plastic wire or something, you're in trouble, Rick, starting with me. Rick is using Twizzlers to attach his hooks.
Twizzlers.
There you go.
That's right.
So
But
that's the thing.
and so what shops?
Yeah.
Mostly in New Jersey. Grumpy's Tackle, Gabriel Tackle, Fisherman's Source, Fisherman's Headquarters. Who else? I think that might be. Oh, Real Seat. Real Seat has them. So yeah, mostly in New Jersey. I do have a website online for people
Right.
outside of New Jersey, or I like dealing with tackle shops. So if you guys are not in New Jersey and someone's got a shop they could recommend, I'm always trying to get some up in different regions for people.
Nice.
I just started getting some down North Carolina, East. What do you call it? Yeah, Oceans East Bait and Tackle in Outer Banks just started carrying some stuff. So
Good stuff, man.
Spreading.
Love to
yeah,
hear it.
spreading a little. Mostly Jersey though.
Absolutely. It doesn't matter. You got to be all over. You got nice stuff. It's nicely, priced. You're going to do good for yourself, brother. Number one
Thanks.
being the quality. And I like the quality, especially your name can never be wiped off. If you try to wipe it off, you're going to make it more dirty by filling in the grooves, and you're really never going to get rid of the name. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
you just got the good product here. I'm looking at it again. I want to show everybody. Take a look at here again where I'm talking about. This is a little different, guys. You see the green head? It's etched in there. So he sits there meticulously every night and does every single letter. No, I'm kidding. I'm
With
kidding.
a little chisel and yeah.
There you go. Son, you want to keep it down in that room? Sure, Dad. Just give me a few more letters, buddy. I'm almost there. But yeah, I get it, man. Greenhead baits, and I like the quality of everything that you do here with the actual product, starting with delivery. And here it is, right here. You can actually see this just like this on the rack, and you could see the hooks. They have their covers on them, the single and the treble right here. Nice cover. I like this single cover that you could just pop right on and off when you need it. The eyes, real eyes. They're not pasted on or anything. Looks like real glass eyes. Am I right about that?
They're not glass. They're like a polyurethane or something like that. But
Got it.
at least they're not flat. They're got a little dimension to them.
Sure. No doubt about it. That's why I'm running my fingers on them, and I'm like, hey, pretty cool. So, yeah, man, I really like your product, and thank you for that. And I will mention again, I just love your packaging, man. It's really cool. I love the northeast, south, with the actual fly in the middle to always remind you, stay alert or I'll fucking bite you, motherfucker, on your leg when you're fishing. So excuse me for the language. That's probably the worst thing I've ever said on here. Congratulations, Greenhead. We've done something different on this channel. But other than that, Willie J is a great supporter of mine. Not only is he a good supporter, Willie J is out there every day. When you see a guy out there every day and he's fishing, like I have been. I've been out there every day, hustling. I gotten a few schoolies, but I've been going for the big fish. And I want to say, out ripping holdovers with J-Fish right now. So J-Fish, what's up, brother? Good to see you guys out there. If you got a greenhead plug in your bag, good for you. If you don't, probably bad news. You're not going to catch a fish tonight. No, I'm just kidding. But Willie J, thank you so much for that. And again, J-Fish also, let's go. Get those fish, boys. I know you're out there working hard for them. Also, we got C. Pizzo. That's Charles Pizzo, who gave me a hand in last year's competition. Thank you for that. We got a lot of people that have joined, hon. And I can't believe it because last year at this pace, we keep doing better and better, which I'm kind of astonished. So it says,
How about
Charles Pizzo says, how about Tight Lines, New Jersey? OBX shops are great. We'll look. Thanks for all you do, Mr. and Mrs. P. Charles Pizzo.
Thank you, Charlie.
You're the man. We can't wait to see you again, buddy. And thank you for all you do.
Also,
Go ahead.
Randomly Blind Casting, I think, was also saying Tackle
U.S.
U.S.
Lawrence
Harbor. Another
Okay.
So just keep
suggestion.
those in mind.
Yeah.
Why do I feel that Rick is like one of these guys, you can read him a whole book, talk to him, and then he'll read back every exact word without even a flinch. That's who he is. That's who Rick is. I feel
I wish it was that easy. I would have done a lot better in school, but
Nah, you're a good guy. You're a absolutely good person. I like, you know, to everybody else out there, prizes are getting delivered, right, honey? Did you send out bloodlines yet? Not yet. Oh, she's saying no. Blood, we'll send it out soon. And everybody else, too, that we're going to send it out. There's Big Sis Wolf. We just were talking about you and your brother a little while ago, Big Sis. That's the sister of Charlie the Wolf of Rhode Island I was talking about. And the reason I brought Charlie up was because we're here with a gentleman who makes gliders. I'll put them on the overhead for you really quick. This is some of the things that he does. I told him how much I love his packaging, but I feel your brother would have loved these. He's the guy who got me into gliders, and I want to say thank you so much. Jay Fish, let's go, baby.
Oh, thank you, Jay.
Woo! 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 I wish I could just do that all show. That means somebody made a very generous contribution, and we take it all here. It's all about you guys. Listen, the donations you make help me get first prize up for Montauk. Last year, the year before, we reached the number 5. Last year we got it 48. Right now we're not even at half, so we need all the help that we can get. I know we asked for a lot. I try to give you guys the best. You see, the prizes are like no other on the East Coast. It is a competition for the best of the best, and I try to do everything in my heart possible to make it happen. Sometimes things slow things down, let's put it that way. And you can't believe, because remember, it's just me and my wife. Darling, could you put your face up in the little picture up there?
What?
The little picture that you do.
Oh.
Look at these guys, Jay Fish, on board, double digits this evening. Thank you, Jay Fish. Thank you so much, and God bless you with the fishing out there. Bloodline Fishing Adventures, thank you so much for that. We appreciate everything, every single donator. Charles, Pizzo earlier, thank you so much. And everybody else who helps us out to get to that magic number. It's not about us, it's about you guys. I try to do it all for you guys. I can't understand sometimes how some people can't appreciate that. I don't understand it. It bugs me out. But anyhow, I do it all for you guys. Always will do it for you guys. It's all about you guys. All right, cheers, everybody out there. You know what's in here, guys, especially with the night off from work. I'm off this week. I'll be away. I'll be fishing all week.
It's going to get hot this week.
Oh, it's going to be great this week. Hopefully we'll ignite some of those fish to come off the middle and off to the shorelines where we're going to be waiting for these fish. And maybe we can get a nice fish in the basket for us. I did score one the other night. Want to put it up, hon? I'll show everybody.
The one we had up before?
Yeah, it's not going to be every day I do this, guys, so
I know,
please.
so we'll really
You got to bear with me because I'm not going to be doing this a lot.
Where is this now? Here.
And I'm like you guys. I get out there and fish hard. I've been having some bad luck, but then all of a sudden, in the middle of it all, boom, look.
Where is it?
I was so scared I was going to lose this fish. I was scared. All I was thinking of was Rick. It's not going to be on my show if I lose this fish. That's what I kept saying, you know?
Here we go.
There you go. There it is, guys, right there. I banged that fish out this week, man. Been many years of fishing, and it's not easy. That's a large male. That is not a female. If the gut was filled on that fish would have been another 5 pounds easily at 37, 38 pounds. They carry up to 4 million eggs. A fish that big can easily carry 3 million eggs. No doubt in my mind, because I've seen guys catch them. Their bellies are full. They look like the largemouth, smallmouth bass in the lakes, where their stomachs are just so rounded from whatever they've been chomping on. That's what their guts look like. I mean, their stomach is just ballooned out, and that's why I know that is just a large male. So there you go, Mr. Poseidon, at work just for you guys. Thank you so much. It's all you guys that make me get out there and fish. Man, come on. I love having a guy like Rick on my show, and I can be on here going, yeah, Rick, I got a 32-pounder this week. What did you get? But more on a more serious note, it's just great to have guys like you who appreciate and come to this program. Excuse me. Honey, is there some reason you took your picture off?
Oh, well, we were showing your fish.
Forget about my fish. Now you're back on. Let's go. It's not fair. But anyhow,
here we go.
I was saying, me and my wife work so hard at this, guys. It's all about you guys. I am going to be retiring this year. Coming up in September is going to be official word. I will be retiring. I'm going to retire. But I want to, and I want to go fishing as much as I can before it's officially over. I'm hoping to live to be, somewhere in the vicinity of 140, 150 years old would be a good run. You know what I'm saying? So other than that, man, I love all you guys. You guys have always been great to me. I see guys here that have already known me for over 7 years. Look at Eddie Bucktails. BX Surfcaster was my 16th subscriber. Are you kidding me? Come on.
Eddie's funny. He's like, poor Romina.
I know. Eddie, we had a great time. I'm sitting there at the wedding. I got to the wedding, and I'll tell you out this, Rick, also. So I get to this wedding, and we're over there, and I'm sitting down, and I look up, and I look at this guy, and I'm seeing him over there by the cocktail table. He's with his honey, and I know his honey, and I look over, and I'm like, wait a second, that's Edwin. That's Edwin Rivera. So I walk up to him, and he's stunned, and we're both looking at each other, but we remembered about 5 years ago, the uncle of Edwin Rivera had done some work for something, I remember, in the house. And that's how we knew that they were related. And when he said, oh, yeah, my uncle told me he did work for your house or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And that's how I became friends with Eddie.
Small world.
Yeah, small world, man. So we were at the wedding, and the funny thing is this. Here's the funny thing is, I know Eddie, and every time we meet, we got our gear on. We're going out. We're fishing together. We're having a good time. We're joking. We're catching fish. I caught a lot of fish with Edwin Rivera, a lot of fish with him. Maybe we haven't caught the biggest, but we caught a lot of fish. He brings me to some nice spots. He knows his area, so he knows when those fish are going to be around. Anyhow, long story short is that it's nice to know and to have good friends like that. Thank you, Eddie. Thank you, always my brother. I mean that. But it's funny when you're at a wedding and now you don't have the waders on and there's fish and you're looking at each other like it's a first date and you don't know what to say to each other and you're just looking at each other and you're like
a regular human
you're
being.
wearing a suit. Yeah, man, so are you. And so it's like it was kind of weird, but then all of a sudden, hey, I got my DNA rod and oh yeah, and then it just like clicks in like a robot. And then you stop for a second and you look at each other and you're like, wait a second, we're wearing suits, we're at a wedding, what's going on here? But thank you, Eddie. I had a great time with you. Nobody there better to me than my buddy Eddie. And again, thank you to Joe and Sue for inviting us to such a beautiful, beautiful event. Love you guys so much. Chris and Teresa, we will never forget you. Let's go. Let's go. Honey, what's going on? Tell me. I see you up there in the square. What's going on over there? There's a story about a guy named Jerry. Anyway,
yeah, like
I'm
the
just
Brady Bunch. We did have another question from Eddie
Where
for
is it?
Rick. He is saying, where did the name Greenhead come from?
Yeah, so that's pretty self-explanatory. It actually, when I finally decided that I was going to officially sell plugs and needed a name, I was standing on Island Beach getting the shit chewed out of my legs by greenheads. It was such a bad day, and it just sort of clicked. That was kind of it. It was so bad that I was trying to fish. The only way to stay from getting chewed up was wading out in the water, so at least half of you was not getting bitten by them. And yeah, it just seemed like it made sense for the area where I'm coming from. Yeah.
I think personally, this is my, my thought on the matter. And I would say that, get rid of the name and get Mr. Poseidon instead put in there. I think it would be a little better. And we'll put a purple head instead of a green head. That's how we'll change it,
No.
We'll put a cowboy hat on the fly.
Oh,
See, he already knows.
There you
He's on my team anytime.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Rick. But I want to continue a little bit more on your bait. So, brother, I want to ask you some stuff, and I want you to be honest with me. Don't worry, it isn't any sex questions or family, things like that. Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
So
But any of hoot. When you're actually developing this stuff and, you see it for the first time and you're building it and you put it all together, and are you thinking in your head because you got to go and test it. So wherever you're going, a pond, a lake, just to see how it works, how is that moment getting down there? Are you like nervous saying, fuck, I worked on this for so long, now it might not work? Or do you have an idea, a spec that you follow and you say, if I follow this spec, keep the weight within this range, I should come at least pretty close to having it working the first time I go out there? Tell me about that, because I'm curious. I don't know how that really works.
It's definitely, there's a lot of failures. So it's exciting to go test them, but no, sometimes I have a couple plugs that I've been tinkering with for probably 2 years now, and they're still not exactly how I want it, because there's just a lot of, you change one thing by even 2 grams and the thing doesn't swim right, or you move the weight somewhere and it just starts doing something weird. But so there's definitely a lot of trial and error. Even scaling them up like that bigger lure is essentially just a scaled up version of the small one, but even that still took like a few tries to get it to work right. You think you can put the weight in the exact same spot and just scale everything up and it's going to work, but yeah, it doesn't always happen. Sometimes you get lucky and I'll go out there and cast it and it works pretty good, and then I might make 1-2 changes on it just to dial it in, but that's usually not the case. Some of them are 15-20 versions of just subtly moving weight around or changing it, or sometimes in the case of the ones that are total flops, a full redo and you're completely recarving it or cutting angles in and changing it, but yeah, it's all fun. Just that's the fun in it, the experimentation of it. Even if I have a bunch that I've never sold, probably 4 or 5 that I've made personal stash of, and they've just been different versions of them I'm fishing for the past couple years that I'll fish for a couple months and then make a change, fish that one for a couple months, and they never see a tackle shop or anything like that. Just hand them out to a couple people to fish and get some feedback.
Sounds very very promising. Everything is like a perfect directory to a successful business, the way you presented that, and I believe that you believe in that, and I think you're going to do good. But more questions for you and your lure company. Have you ventured over into the freshwater? Because I don't know. I would think that you will build something in the green head logo for that first one, because as we know, those largemouth, the smallmouth bass over there will just about clobber down anything. So just want to know.
I haven't made anything specifically for it, but I don't do a ton of freshwater fishing. But if I go travel somewhere, I know there's going to be freshwater. I've thrown that little peanut one to some peacock bass and some largemouth pretty successfully. But yeah, there could be, could make something for freshwater. I feel like I don't do it enough to really venture into a freshwater specific thing, but there's definitely a crossover between, a few of the lures. Especially I make a couple spooks, and those the smaller ones I'll throw in in a lake there. So
nice.
Sounds pretty good. Also, I didn't mention earlier, and I'm sorry, to the USA team who is now over in the pairs division. We got Matt and Joshua over from the sponsoring from the USA surf casting team. They're over in France right now. What is the name of the area, honey? It starts with a G.
Grisson.
Grisson.
I'm not sure if
I think
that's
it's
the right way to say
Grisson,
it.
France. And it isn't a joke competition. They got 27 nations. And this is the pairs team, okay? I'm mentioning that again. Matt and Joshua of the USA Surfcasting team are over there right now competing. I think that one goes on, I think it's a week, 11th through the 18th, but it's happening right now. I know it started yesterday, so good luck over there, boys. I don't know how it's going, but bring home the gold. I know you guys are going to be fishing hard, and sounds like a very exciting and fun time, something we can talk about for years. I love this this team, and again, they were looking for players on that team. If you feel you're good enough, you put in your resume, let them know any competitions that you've won over the years or what your experience is in the world of surfcasting. And you, too, could find yourself on that team. Let's go. Let's go. Bronx Surfcaster, my brother Oscar. What can I say, man? I hope you're going to be free for someday this week. I know Bruce Bain is coming down from Narragansett. He'll be here on Friday. We'll be doing some striped bass fishing here on the river, as we do definitely have them coming in. Let's get those fish. It's always the next and bigger project. My biggest fish, many guys ask me, oh, what's your biggest fish? Like a 55-pounder? No. 42 pounds twice. Okay? There was one fish in the river. I call it Heartbreaker on the Hudson. If you ever saw it, it's on YouTube. Check that one out. You actually see me bringing in the fish in the end on the water. I brought it up to the rocks. I remember touching it on the gill area, and it was gone. It was just snapped off the hook, and I did a lot of investigating as I reeled in the fish. I stopped it, and I zoomed in, and I could see that the hook had the lip was stretched out all the way out to here, and the hook was here. Oh. And that's where I was reeling it in, and it was on its side. But as soon as it flung its head for that final moment, he released himself from the hook. It hurt. He lost him. Always be ready with big fish. You understand, guys? Whether you got a small plug like this, know how to use it right. You want to change up the hooks, do it, but do it evenly on both sides, so at least you get a hook or a lure that's going to work for you fine. But I consider this excellent. This doesn't give you really a chance to change them. You're going to be getting 4 times hooks VMC, which is good, man. If you're going to catch a 50-pound fish, telling you right now, don't ever try to power that fish in, okay? So just make sure you're doing the right thing. All your gear is ready. Use the good, sufficient amount of leader as far as pounds. Know where you're going to be. Are you going to be up on rocks trying to bring in a fish? Well, then you're going to need a nice longer leader so you can wrap some of it around your hands. 60 would be the lowest I would go. 80 is what I like using. I wrap it around, and I can use that as a rope to bring in that fish. If you're up on a rock, if you're up on a beach, you get the chance of bringing it in with that wave, that run of the wave in, and then bringing in the fish and beaching it. And just do everything as quick as you can. I really try to do things quickly. Over the years, I learned much on surf casting. Like anybody else, if you're doing it all the time and you're meeting different people, especially with me, and you try their techniques and you see their ideas, if you're not a totally thick-headed monster, you'll understand and you'll say, hey, man, that works better than what I do. I could save time, or I can have something that lasts a little longer just by what you learned from them, which is great. I love it. I love it. And I'm so happy tonight. Once again, I'm going to put the overhead on this. Check out the overhead, guys. So we have Greenhead Baits on tonight. We have Rick. We had a couple of good stories from him. And also, you know, the making of these lures, how this all started. Like most of anybody else, they get into the artistry. They love to see it, and they want to do it, and then they make some for themselves, and they test them, and then they really go out and they go fishing with them, and they're catching fish, and they made a few extras, and they're giving them to their friends, and their friends are saying, dude, I'm catching fish with this. You should make plugs. And here he is. He's in the tedious game, and I say tedious. He's doing this all the time, guys. He's consistently working on these things. If he's doing them right, and he has all these companies, he mentioned some of the best out there, which I like. Fisherman Sauce, you mentioned.
Yeah.
That's a great company to be working with. Just goes to tell you that his product gets out there. So please go to his site. If they want to get in touch with you, please tell us how they would. We're going to leave the information at the bottom of this video when it's done. But how can please, Rick, tell them how they can get themselves one right now if they wanted.
Yeah, greenheadbaits.com or greenheadlures.com. It's both the same website. Or I do occasionally do some custom stuff if you reach out on like the Instagram, so at greenheadbaits. And once in a while, if I got the time, I'll do custom paint jobs or some stuff. But yeah, quickest, easiest, the website or any of those tackle shops listed if you're in the area. I also forgot Pell's Tackle. I was trying not to leave anyone out.
Great.
Yeah.
So I also want to say to you is, so there's a lot of collectors out there, love collecting stuff. I'm pretty sure you might have some of your old or first prototypes from your things. Because what I want from you is, on your next show, I would like one of those prototypes as a giveaway. I'll mention it during the week, and we'll get you back on. And just to have one, because a lot of people love to collect. And if it's actually your first stuff, and you make an original signature on top of there of what you got, and you can actually put first prototype signature, that's good stuff to give away. Lots of collectors who love to have your product. Listen, dude, once again, I'm showing everybody the overheads. Look at the overheads. This is what I have to work with. But I'm going to tell you guys, I went through a lot of his product when he gave me. He was so generous. He came to the dinner that night. He was such a modest guy. He hung out in the back. I said, here's your tokens, because he was one of the sponsors there, and such a nice guy. You know, I'm going to have it even better next year, Rick. I learn from every year, and every year I try to make it better, and I hope I will, and I hope I will have you as a sponsor in the future, because I love your product. And guys, once again, get your hands on one of these. These aren't that bad. Rick, what can they break up this little guy here? The peanut. I'm showing them the blue, 1 ounce, 28 grams, actually 3.62 inches. What are these? Can they get these from you if they ordered?
What? Where?
Or where?
Or
yeah.
what?
You know, what's the price range on these things?
The little one is 23. I think I have it at.
Not bad.
And the larger one, I think it's at 28 right now.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Don't be afraid to say it at all, because 23 and 28 right now on the home shopping network of Mr. Poseidon is a goddamn good deal in my books any day. You're getting a nice product, guys. Look, I'm being serious. $23 for this is actually an excellent price. And under $30 for a glider, Charlie would tell me right now, buy them all. That's what I would hear. But thank you for those. That's an extraordinarily good price. They can reach you where again? Say it, please. I'd love to hear it.
The Instagram is at greenheadbaits or greenheadbaits.com, greenheadlures.com. Easiest way to get through. Also, I forgot I have a full hand poured resin version of the same one. That's a little bit more money, but that's like the kind of the original version of it. Some people still like that one more. And those are also still available. So I didn't change it up too much. Some people want that one over the one you got in your hand there.
Gotcha. This is fantastic. So again, guys, you know where to reach him. You know where to get him if you need him. I would carry them. I like the smaller stuff. That's who I am. And I like the bigger stuff. That's why I'm keeping this bigger one. But tonight we're going to do the giveaway. I'm going to ask you guys a question. I hope you've been watching the interview from the start. I'm going to ask you guys a question, and the first one to answer that question correctly will be the winner. So tonight we got, again, Rick from Greenhead Lures. Great to have you on the show, Rick. I like to kid a lot, Rick, and I like to give my subscribers the best of the best. Guys, please understand, we take donations here only. sponsor us in any way you can, whether it's $1, $2. We're very appreciative. I need the help. I really need the help. I don't want to be short on the $5,000 for the first prize this year, and you guys are going to help me get there. I don't use this stuff. It's not like me and my wife are flying to Hawaii every month. We are not flying to Hawaii. We haven't flown to Hawaii, never, actually. Correct?
Never.
Never, that's right. But we've been to Alibaba. I've been standing on the pyramids. No, I'm just kidding. I did none of that. I'm just trying to be cool here. That's all. Anyway, Reel That Bass. There she is. Reel That Bass is coming to win. She can cast a lure a long way. Good luck to all the girls casting in the longest distance cast. I think she's got that one locked up pretty good. Let's go, Reel That Bass. Thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you very much. Eddie Bucktails, cheers to you again. I don't think I've said to anybody cheers twice in 1 week, Eddie, correct?
What is all these numbers these people have?
The numbers are
Eddie,
when we used to say, we used to do in the very beginning when we started this live stream, almost 7 years now. Every Sunday, we've only missed 2 Sundays. I'm really honest. I don't bullshit. But we've only missed 2 Sundays. Anyhow, we used to have in the beginning, the first one to guess the number wins the prize. And there were only a few people on it. But over the years, the numbers got more and more as more and more people join the channel all the time. Guys, if you're out there listening for the first time, if anything I ask, if you don't want to donate money, Mr. Poseidon sucks or whatever, I don't suck. I'm all about the fisherman. I always will be. I won't stop. It's all I'm about is the fisherman. I love fishing. I don't have too many great years left. I'm retiring actually in September. I'm trying to get some of those last good years in, Try to do the right thing. I eat McDonald's a lot, and that is no good. And it's no good to eat McDonald's. Don't eat McDonald's. I'm only kidding. I don't eat McDonald's, but staying away from high carbohydrates and all that kind of stuff, yeah. But anyhow, going back to my lovely wife, where is the picture again? Why do you always have to take it down? You ruin everything. That's it. I want a divorce.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
We have the guest on the screen.
I know. I'm sorry. Rick, my wife is like, we have a guest on the screen. I know. Mr. Poseidon, freaking the hater. We love you guys. Charlie Pizzo, what a great guy. He's got to be a part of the team, honey. Charlie Pizzo is no joke. He's a great guy. He helped me out, Rick, in the longest cast competition. I was really short-handed. And people love coming and winning the prizes, but it takes a lot of work. And he had the list of people who were there, and he would go up to them and get their name down. And when it was their turn, he would come up to me. I had the mic. Obviously, you can see I am the one with the big mouth here. So I had the mic over there, and then I was able to introduce the next guy who was going to be in the longest cast, and he took care of the yardage. I'd get the call back on the radio how much, and I'd let Charlie know, and from there he would take it. Charlie, thank you. You really helped me so much. He had his wonderful daughter and her friend there also. I think they will be also competing at that longest cast and most accurate for the women and for the actual overall prize. Rick Talafaro, there he is, Rick. I got a picture here. Where is it, honey? Let's set that camera. I got it. Oh, I have both of them on me? This is terrible.
Oh, here.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Rick Talafaro right back there. He sent me that picture. It says Mr. Poseidon on there. Thank you for that, Rick. That's a really cool thing for you to do, Rick. Thank you. There's my wife showing it off. That is nice. I like that. It says, let's go, let's go. That's right. My buddy Rick. Rick won the actual most accurate competition. He came home with $1,000 in a trophy. I mean, come on. I know he's got that up there, and everybody who walks in the house, they're like, you won? Mr. Poseidon? Yeah, that's right. I won. And I got cash for it. That's right. Paid for my mortgage the next 7 years. That's right. Just kidding, guys. But thank you, Rick, and thank you for coming and supporting me and my wife. We'll never forget you. Let's go. Let's go, everybody. Bloodline Fishing Adventures. 42 pounds twice. Twice, dude. I don't know if I'm ever going to reach the 50. I worry because I've been fishing all my life. And all right, so I might not have been the best fisherman. I didn't have the best teacher. It was my dad. But he did teach me to keep the faith and keep going. We never caught a fish together with my father. It breaks my heart. I don't have one thing, nothing. No single picture with my dad, nothing. I tell this story a lot. Most of you know it. But he was a great dad. He took me because my mom pushed him. She knew how much I loved fishing. But let's get back to the main guy here now. Enough talking. Get it up to the third and the ending here slowly. But we're going back to, we got Rick on tonight. And he is a part of and owner of, honey, you say it when I say it. What? Ready? And Rick is, there you go. And Rick is a part of?
Greenhead Baits.
Greenhead Baits. Ladies and gentlemen. It's great. When you hear that name, Greenhead, you know you got to cheer. Greenhead Baits. That's right. Rick, so tell us anything else, anything new you got working on the project, or you're still banging out the gliders because you keep getting these orders for them?
No, I always got something kind of in the works. I go through little batches of spooks. I'll put a few up for a while, and I'll kind of get on to like a different, the gliders are like the staple thing, but I'll kind of get stuck on a different type of fishing for a little. So the spooks and topwater. But yeah, I've been making some soft plastics that fit the NLBN heads. You know, a few different things. Getting into the tuna season, so making some stick baits and some poppers for them.
Yeah, also I want to say to Bronx Surfcaster, Oscar, God bless you, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much, and I will talk to you soon enough. Going back to Rick now, talking about your spooks there, okay? I like to call them spoofs. But anyway, you got a spoof, man? Yeah, dude, I got a spoof. Get out of here. Greenhead, get the hell out of here. So anyway, so what happens is, let's talk about that, the spoof, because I'll be honest with you. You're a sneaky bastard, and I'll tell you why.
What?
Because I got the gliders right here. I didn't get a spoof, and I said, you know what? I looked at my wife with those, like, slanty, sneaky eyes, and I said, you know what? He's at it again, I says. He doesn't want to give up. The spoofs over here, you know what I mean? He wants to keep that low key. Well, I'm going to let it out right now. Guys, if you can get your hands on one of his spoofs, because yes, he's right. He rarely makes those, and there's a reason behind his craziness. He still wants to catch the big fish. So most of the time I see him on, he hides it behind his back, and he's like, yeah, I got a glider on. Like, let me see. And he's like, it's out in the water. I'm like, come on, man. It's behind your back. I see you holding it. What do you got on there? But I'm going to let you guys know again, the spoof is the magic. He does make some really, really nice spoofs. I've seen them at the shows. I didn't buy them at the time. I bought more gliders, and I've given away his stuff on my show. I give away everything. This time I'm going to keep the white one, but tonight we're going to keep the blue and the pink one, or the red one is going to go out. This would be a great husband-wife duo surf casting team right here. And I think that's great. I think, look, man, I think you make a really nice product. I can't tell you enough, you know, what I thought about you the first time when you sent me the stuff, and I looked at it, and I was like, wow, so-and-so was right. Make a good product, and I'm glad. I'm glad I got to know you. I'll always back your product. I think it's really a nice product. It's not a cheap product, and you're getting your money's worth when you're picking up one of these lures from Greenhead Baits. Anything else you want to finish this off with? And yes, I'm going to say it again. Get your hands on, write to him, right? While you're saying, you know, make me this glider and make me that glider. Talk to him about a spoof. Just one. Ask him to buy just one. I don't know if he's going to say yes. It depends on how his mood is, because I know in the back of his mind he's only going to be saying one thing, fucking Mr. Poseidon. So get that spoof. I'm telling you. Get that spoof. Get it. Sorry, Rick. I didn't mean to blow it up like that. But
Yeah,
anyhow,
all right.
So anything else you want to talk about? Let it out. Any shout outs, anything like that?
No, I definitely want to say I appreciate anyone who's already bought any of my stuff before or is considering it, because it definitely helps kind of further everything. So yeah, appreciate any of the support people have given me in the past, and or if they're thinking about it for the future. Yeah, keeps everything moving forward.
And
It's definitely not. What's that?
And they can get your stuff where?
Greenheadbaits.com. Yep. Any of your local New Jersey tackle shops. Yeah, and hopefully more up in every other state soon if we can keep moving it out there.
Nice.
Greenhead Baits. Yeah, you will, buddy, because you make a nice product. And if anybody's got a store out there who's watching this, this is a nice product you want to have hanging on your shelves. Trust me, it's nice because you actually get to see and touch these. There's always going to be a guy who's going to walk around with a keychain and treat it like a car and put a scratch in it and go, I got him. But you know what? When you put that one in the bin for $2.99, call me because I'm buying that one first. Anyway, thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate you, man, for coming on the show. I can't wait for the jacket to be coming out. I'm going to do a show just on that. We'll be doing a live also from wherever we are. We're going to be getting that one on. And I can't wait. I love people. I love surf casting. I love everybody. I wish things in life could be perfect, damn it. And you can be friends with everybody. But everybody's got their own ideas. And sometimes, you try to do the best you can. And sometimes you come up with marbles. But I'm always going to drive forward for you guys. The tournaments that I do will always be the best that I can do. The only thing I ask is that everybody who backs me and comes to these tournaments always treat everything with respect. It's a catch and release tournament. Wherever you are, wherever you're fishing, stay clean, man. And what do I mean by that? I know you guys aren't throwing wrappers and things like that on the floor when you're fishing. You put them in your pocket or whatever, and then later you dump them in the garbage or in your truck or in your garbage in the truck. Other than that, just stay clean and follow the safety and follow all the laws, and you'll be just fine. To Rick again of Greenhead Baits. Hey, man, what can I say? Once again, the overhead. We'll be giving these two away. Yeah, we're going to give away. In 1 second, we'll ask that question. Give me 1 second, Rick, before you go. And I want to say to Iswan, thank you so much, brother. What's up? Thank you for that donation. We love you. Guys, help us out, man. Whether it's $1 or $2. I hate to get down on my knees like this, but I really do. It hurts. My knees hurt right now. That's a real big beg on right there, we would say as a kid. But anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. Help me out whenever you can. $1 or $2. We're freaked out at anybody who gives us any kind of donation here because I know that you guys all care. I know it isn't easy. We're all surfcasters. We're not out there fishing on Donald Trump's boat. I get it. It's okay. But we're out there as surf fishermen, and we're trying to do the best of the best for us. And I know it's not easy. So go ahead, Romina. Anything else?
No, we want to do the giveaway.
Oh, that's right. The giveaway. So give us 1 second here. 1 second here. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. Just like that. This is the best part. So right now what I'm going to do is watch the board there. See this? This one I'm keeping. This one I'm hoping to catch something. Put the kid on there, 23-inch striped bass caught on greenhead baits. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to get a 45-pounder on that baby. All right, but anyway, tonight, right now, we're going to give away, listen to me, we're going to give away a peanut bunker. That's right. Look how gracious I am going to be right here. Look at how cool this is. Look at this package you're going to get.
What, the
See
patch
this little
too?
dot? No. See this little white dot right here? That's what's up for grabs right now. That little dot right there on the mattress there. No, I'm kidding. So we're going to give away these two right now. That's greenhead baits. That's the advertisement. I can't give away the patch, guys. I only got a certain amount of these. I got to use these for the jackets. I have to. Go ahead. Anything else, honey, that I should get ready to ask? What was I going to ask?
You just said what you were going to ask.
No, don't ask.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, I got it. So if you were watching the live stream earlier, now you're going to know. So I've been here with Rick from Greenhead Baits. Great guy, great interview tonight. We're going to lower the music a little bit on that. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. But we're about to ask the magic question. Do. It really sounds like it, right, when I do it, honey?
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Thank you. I mean, I'm good, but I didn't know I was that good. But anyhow, tonight I'm not going into work. I have off this whole week. I'm going to be fishing all week. It's been very well. I couldn't wait. But anyway, so we're going to do tonight these peanut bunker that I showed you earlier. I'm going to show you once again on the overhead. There it is. And go back to me again. Hey, how you doing? Where's my wife? Where you up there in the corner, honey? We love all you guys. This is for tonight. These two are going to be given away to the one winner. And the question I'm going to ask is, it might not be related directly to Rick tonight and Greenhead Baits. So you got to listen. It might be. So you got to listen to the question. The first one that answers, not on their computer what comes up, because on everybody's computer, you'll be first on there. You should, if you're doing it fast, right? You're going to be first up there because it's your computer. It's what comes through on Mr. Poseidon's computer. I'm sorry. Sorry for it to be like that, but it is what it is, right, honey? All right, so once again, those two lures tonight, right here on my side. Excuse me. Right here on my side, the two peanuts tonight, coming from Rick to right here. I can't wait, man. It's going to be a good season. This will be good stuff for you guys to have out there. Good luck to the lucky winner. Now I'm going to ask the question. And listen carefully. I asked it earlier. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready, guys? Are you ready? If you were listening, you will know the answer to this question. Good luck. Here it is. Let's go. Here it is. So, hold on. I need some Poland Spring water. And my mouth gets very dry with these. So, we're going to ask that magic question right now. And, oh, I think I need a little bit more. Hold on. I like this music, right, honey? Everybody's waiting patiently. I love my subscribers. They are wonderful people. Good luck. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck. Hold on.
Oh, dear. What? What are you doing?
All right. I like you guys so much that we're also going to add in a, what do we got here? We got a Nichols custom bucktails that I just got stabbed with. I have a little red dot in my finger right now.
Oh, no.
Custom bucktails. They got a nice big hook on this one. Green colored here. Smiley kind of face on there going on. We'll add that in. And a Tyler Tackle keychain. Got a boat. Put that key right on there, right? It's nice.
Keychain.
Isn't it? Well, there's another one there if you want it, all right? Stop being cheap. Jesus Christ. All right, so let's ask that question now. I'm gonna, yeah, Willie J's like, you're gonna forget the question. Willie, it's all a part of the act, my friends. I love you so
I'm
much.
not kidding.
And I got the man on tonight, Rick from Greenhead Baits. What a show. If you missed it, got to rewind. Unless you want to do it again, Rick, or you want to just end it?
Yeah, definitely.
We're definitely going to get Rick back for another show, no doubt. But let's do that question now. You guys have been waiting a while for it. So the question is this. If you guys were listening earlier to the whole live stream, or maybe you just came on right when I asked the question, who got me into gliders? Who got me into gliders? First one to answer that question correctly wins this prize tonight. We're waiting.
Who was the person?
Wolf, that was easy. There you go. He's talking about the Wolf of Rhode Island, Kevin.
Oh,
Kevin R.
Kevin
You are the
R.
man. You are the man. That was nice, Kevin.
That was first.
It came in. It came in. What's that?
That was fast.
That was fast. This is fixed, isn't it? No, I'm just kidding. So, congratulations to Kevin. Kevin, do me a favor. Just send me your address on my Instagram, Mr. Poseidon Fishing, and you can DM me on there. Send me your address, and I'll get the product out to you. Once again, ladies and gents, we had on tonight Rick from Greenhead Baits. Thank you so much. Congratulations
Yay.
to the winner tonight also, which is Kevin R. Kevin R., way to go, man. Way to go. Charlie, the Wolf of Rhode Island. He's the man. Let's go. Guys, we'll see you next week. And to Rick, once again, thank you. We'll see you again on a future show. Hopefully we'll get one of those earlier plugs to somebody who likes to collect. We'll get you to sign it, actually do it on the show maybe. And that would be absolutely fantastic. And we'll give that one. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations on Greenhead Baits. Keep up the good work. I know you're doing your thing out there. I get a lot of good feedback from you. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for coming on, Rick, and see you soon.
Charlie the Wolf, Charlie the Wolf of Rhode
Yes.
Island, rest in peace. Thank you, Charlie. You will never be forgotten on the Mr. Poseidon show. Thank you also, buddy. Thank you, Rick. God bless. And thank you to everybody out there. God bless. Let's go. Let's go.